This morning, we are getting an inside look at the life of one of the most recognizable actors of his generation. Daniel Stern has been entertaining us for decades with some of Hollywood's biggest box office hits, including the Home Alone and City Slicker movies and some of TV's most memorable shows. In Stern's book, Home and Alone, he shares intimate details about some of his biggest projects, sweetest victories, and the most foolish decisions. We visited Stern at his California farm to uncover just what makes Daniel Stern, well, Daniel Stern.
Hi, bud. What a day you have had.
This is what a greeting from Daniel Stern looks like. Keep in mind, this is my first time meeting him.
I read a ton of books, and this is the best one I've read in a long time. Did you hear that?
But he's the kind of guy you feel like you've known your entire life. Maybe it's because he's such a big part of American culture. Cult classics and box office smashes have given Daniel Stern a Hollywood career that could stack up against some of the greatest to ever work in show business. Stern says that drive comes from growing up in Maryland.
That's the thing my parents really instilled in me. My dad is a social worker, my mom's a teacher. Fairness, truth. They made me believe I could do it. And that instilling of you can do it, you can handle yourself. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
In Stern's memoir, Home and Alone, he recounts how his parents put him on a bus to New York City to pursue acting, where he quickly adapted to new friends and a new lifestyle.
Got me drunk and high for the first time ever. I said, I'm in, man.
I'm an actor now.
Exactly.
I'm broke,
You play
drunk, and
Frisbee.
high.
Exactly. I'm a
actor
New
in New
York
York City.
actor. I thought, this is the life for me. And it never stopped.
Stern started stacking his acting credits, and he started making a little more money while earning a lot more respect.
I want to talk about working with Robert Redford. And he asked you a question. What lens are we on? And that became the greatest acting lesson for you. Why?
Well, he caught me one day, like I was just waiting for my shot, waiting for my turn to do my lines. And he said, do you know what lens we're on? I said, no. What's the lens? I didn't even really know what a lens. He said, look, man, if this camera is filming both of us, our whole bodies, well, now if I cross my legs like this and I do this, I'm showing the audience that I feel like that. But if the camera's in here, if it's a close-up, you don't see any of this.
So the focus is here.
To integrate the camera into my performance was a light bulb that went on. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this as an internal character. I'm doing this for the audience.
You belong to one of the most epic movie franchises, Home Alone.
Yeah.
Originally, you turned down Chris Columbus's offer.
That could have been the stupidest thing I ever did if I didn't get called back. Because Home Alone, huge franchise. People, you know, it's gone on, it's lived forever. I would have missed that whole train.
Home Alone was a runaway freight train, spending 12 weeks at the top of the box office in 1990, and a holiday staple ever since.
What is it about Home Alone that resonates with multiple generations?
I think it has to do also like with Rookie and with Bushwhacked. Like there was a series of movies I did there where the kids could do things. As a parent, you want your kid to succeed. You want your kid to be capable. That's what Home Alone had. The parents loved it. The kids loved it. No one had done that kind of physical comedy in a long time, you know.
Stooges that were also villains.
Exactly.
And quite scary in the beginning.
Right, with Pesci especially. You know? I mean, like you can't get any scarier. And then the kid kicks our butts. It's also Christmas, and it's also the neighbor coming in to save. And there's so much love, there's so much comedy, but it's that kid taking power.
So right around that time of Home Alone, there was also City Slickers.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, you're cooking, doing Wonder Years.
As an actor, Home Alone was such a fun part. City Slickers, I'm riding a horse. I mean, I'm doing all these things. Wonder Years, I'm telling my life story, basically, right? Kevin Arnold was my age. So I'm just doing the work, and then they sort of turn into hits. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You can still find Daniel Stern on your TV, but he will tell you he's happiest here
on his farm in Southern California,
Come on in my weird
workshop?
my weird studio.
working on his sculptures and still telling stories, one way or another.
We're telling this story of Daniel Stern now. In the book, I'm telling a story. In the sculpture, I'm telling this story.
Why do you think that is?
We need to find comfort in each other. We need to communicate with each other. And the selling has been going on since the beginning of time. And so everybody's got a story to tell.
Everyone has a story to tell, and he has one hell of a story.
He
This book is
does,
amazing.
Nate.
He's a great storyteller. And Gayle, as we were watching those clips, you were over here giggling.
The Home Alone is so iconic.
I know.
It's so good.
And I haven't seen that movie in years, but I remember Kevin, when he went, Mac Macaulay go, hello. But also Daniel Stern's face is so iconic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was the voice of Wonder Years.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Most
either.
people didn't know that.
And,
you see his
the
face?
thing in the background, that was a...
That's a sculpture. So we
So
were
he
in
does
his
that?
workshop. Yeah, he's an
Wow.
artist. He's a true creative and still continues to tell
Looks like
stories.
he has a very nice house and nice property.
Nice
I
farm.
liked him.
Oh, he's doing big things.
Oh, that was
That's
good.
for sure.
That role in Home Alone is so iconic. You expect
Yeah.
him to have the iron mark still on his face. You're like, how do we get it off?
It still cracks me up after all those years.
It really does.
Klaus said, have you seen this movie before? It's so crazy.
And he's still acting. For All Mankind
That's
is on
good.
Apple, so he's still doing his thing. Daniel
Bravo,
Stern's
Nate, I
book,
like that.
Home and Alone,
Oh, I love the
is on
title,
sale
too.
now.
I
Yes,
love the title.
Home and Alone. We'll be right
Go,
back. Stick
Mr.
around.
Stern, you go.